Kahala Yahaba Shemel Shai, Bashem Rakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, who before losing their true heritage were known as the Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the coming one world religion. But let's read this first. This is Matthew 15:9. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouths, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Recently, I'm actually just going to read this. This is what went down with the Vatican and the Islam faith. But let me read it. It says, the Catholic Muslim Interfaith Council, created by Pope Francis, announces new Chrislam headquarters opening in 2022 that combine a mosque and church according to signed covenant. The announcement of the Abrahamic family house on the Sidiate Island in Abu Dhabi follow a visit by Pope Francis to the UAE, United Arab Emirates, in February, the first by a pope to the Arabian Peninsula. During the trip, the Pope signed the joint declaration with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Dr. Ahmed El-Tayyib, that called for religious tolerance and dialogue. The Interfaith Council, to oversee projects advancing tolerance, was formed as a result of the declaration. A new and higher committee of human fraternity, the Abrahamic family house, is its first initiative. So you see that, people? They're starting to bring these different religions together. The Vatican, which represents the Catholic Church, and for the most part the Christian Church, and all those in between. And you've got the Islam faith, right? And then you also got the synagogue faith. But you see, right now these people are starting to meld the religions of the world together. Now, when you read the Bible, it's very clear that it's not about a religion. It's about a lineage of people. These people are known as the Israelites. You would know them today as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians. Well, these people who now have the power over the religions on the world are deciding to bring them together. They're doing these things where they're going to put, as you can see in this video, they're going to put a synagogue, a church, and a mosque together. And what you're going to see from this is you're going to be seeing a one world narrative coming from this, which is ultimately going to lead to the pushing of Luciferianism doctrine. It won't be called Luciferianism. It'll be the version of your God, or whatever you want to believe in. But ultimately, it'll be a self-belief. Well, you are your own God, and it's going to lead you astray, and it's going to ultimately lead you to get what's known as the mark of the beast, right? Because these churches, they've sold out. Their responsibility is to the system, not the people, right? You realize this when you read the Bible in its correct context, and it's not about, because the Bible makes it clear that it's not for the majority of the world. It's only for about the Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, the children of God, the Israelites, right? And you're going to get about 1/3 of every Negro, Latino, Native Indian in the world who's going to be saved, while 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed along with the other nations. Now, in total, the whole world, after the second coming of the Lord comes and we witness Armageddon and all the crazy stuff written in the Bible, we witness that 1/3 of humanity is going to be wiped out. That ultimately being the seed of Satan, right? Who we would know today mainly as the Caucasian race, and all those who do the will of Satan and Lucifer here on earth. Well, this is, like I said, you're witnessing the combining of the different religions on earth, so that way people get even further away from the Bible than they already are, and they start following a false way. But this is why these people here who eventually end up following this are going to be, done for and stuff, right? There's no, it's for the Jakes or the, Negro Latino Native Indians who practice, we're going to lean towards this new world order or this new world religion, right? But let's go ahead and see. This is the guy who's in charge of the Islam faith, who they're talking about in the article. And this is again the property they're going to be making, the headquarters of this one world religion. Now they're doing lots of things around the earth. In a place which I'm gonna make a video on later is there's the Sanhedrin of the so-called Jewish, who are trying to make their own covenant with God. They're trying to renew it. There's a bunch of crazy shit happening around the world, man. And what you're seeing here is you're seeing the combination of the Pope coming together with the head of Islam, right? Because you're gonna start seeing that these are gonna be joined together. And this is a big event too. So you just look at the location. And that's it. These devils there, they've signed together a covenant with each other to join their religions and stuff for the most part, right? You're gonna start seeing a melding of all these religions on all around the earth, from people who have made doctrines, who are just pushing views. Why do they do it? Because look, check it out. $82 billion and $82.5 billion a year. That's why. There's a lot of money in these false beliefs, right? And it ultimately leads to the spiritual control that the elites of this world have over the world. Because like I said again, it's going to ultimately lead to the chip, which is written about in Revelations 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. You see, the devil doesn't care, what religion you follow or what doctrines of men you observe, as long as you're stepping to his rhythm. And his rhythm is ultimately going to lead to a reason to have this chip, be it for security or control. It's already being pushed now, but it's being done as an option. People are doing it at parties, and they're using it to be an early adopter in tech. You name it. Like they're pushing this into people's narratives. Now, this will eventually become mandatory, and you're going to have to, take this or risk the circumstances, which could be death if you don't take it, right? You're going to be ostracized, be out of the system. Life is going to be hard for you, but ultimately this is what the Bible commands you to not do, not to take that mark of the beast, right? It tells you, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So, be wise to these, unity movements that we're seeing in these last days, where you're seeing religions come together in the name of peace or tolerance, stuff like that. What they're doing is they're melding each other's views, just like back in it's written, I think, in Genesis 11, I think, the Tower of Babel, right, where they brought all the nations together, and with that was all their views, right? So they're doing that ultimately again on the spiritual level. They're doing it in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE, and the Vatican, which again, a lot of people don't realize that Islam was influenced during the in the 600s, from the Vatican. You see, the Vatican had sent nurses, one named Khadijah, to assist Muhammad and stuff, and ultimately influenced them on the teachings or on the writings of the Quran. So a lot of them are Vatican based and stuff. So that's where that comes from. But ultimately, I just wanted to bring this to Akim''s attention, that these devils, they're moving forward with their one world religion. So as we see the prophecies playing out, so until the next time, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Bagradash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.